Since this year is the 55th anniversary of old Scooby-Doo, I thought, what the hey, let's review some films of his, but animated though. And I'll start off with his very first ever full animated feature that was shown as part of the Hanna-Barbera Superstars 10. Here's my review of Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. Like, this is Big D's entertainment rankings and reviews. Zoinks! So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1987 televised animated feature Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers from Hanna-Barbera, airing as part of the Hanna-Barbera Superstars 10 series. This would actually be Scooby's first full-length feature in the for his franchise, and this would be the second film in the Hanna-Barbera Superstars 10 after Yogi's Great Escape. The film premiered in syndication, which of course aired this in October 18th, 1987. In the film, Shaggy inherits a country estate and a syrup plantation from a recently deceased uncle. While trying to claim his inheritance, Shaggy is harassed by the estate's ghosts, including a headless horseman, and Scrappy has the idea to hire a ghost hunting team to deal with the problem, but they're actually inept ghosts, a trio of them, loosely based on the screen persona of the Three Stooges. But Shaggy's got to deal with lots of other things as he, Scooby, and Scrappy, well, go on a little bit of a treasure hunt in search of the estate's missing collection of family jewels. Let's get started with our story. Shaggy discovers that his uncle Colonel Beauregard has died and left him his country estate, Beauregard Manor, a southern plantation. He, along with Scooby and Scrappy, head for the estate in order to claim Shaggy's inheritance. Before they can get there, they meet Sheriff Rufus Busby, who warns them about the estate being haunted and that they should return home. Before he can fully convince them, he receives a call from dispatch notifying him that a circus train has derailed, resulting in many of the circus ape have escaped. Well, they encounter just one anyway, but now let's get off that subject. Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy continue driving down an increasingly spooky road which passes through the family cemetery. Along the way, they encounter a headless horseman, a ghost wolf, and the alleged ghost of the colonel who orders them to leave or else. Having finally arrived at Beauregard Manor, Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy meet the late Colonel's creepy manservant Farquaad, who tells them that a vast fortune in jewels is hidden somewhere on the estate, which he believes is rightfully his and that Shaggy has no business there. Initially, Shaggy wants to leave, but before they can do that, his truck apparently sinks into quicksand, forcing him and the dogs to spend the night there. With ghosts haunting the place, Scrappy has the idea to call a group of ghost exterminators called the Boo Brothers. Surprisingly, the exterminators, named Miko, Freako, and Shrieko, are themselves ghosts stylized after the Three Stooges, who proceed to hunt down the ghosts that are haunting the estate. With little success, in addition, Shaggy meets Sadie Mae Scroggins and her shotgun towing older brother Billy Bob, whose family has an old feud with the Beauregard family. After learning that Shaggy is related to the Colonel, Sadie falls in love with him and Billy Bob wants to shoot him. After things calm down a little, Shaggy and his dogs decide to go to the kitchen to eat something, only to find proof that the famous fortune in jewels is real when they find a diamond ring and a letter from the late colonel with a clue to a treasure hunt. Intrigued by that first clue, the gang decides to hunt down the rest of the jewels, much to Farquaad's chagrin, and to have Sheriff Busby, who drops to provide a warning about a gorilla that has escaped from the wrecked circus train and was seen headed towards the Beauregard estate. The sheriff is seemingly skeptical about the jewel's existence. Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy follow the trail through a number of clues that the colonel has hidden for them. which takes them to several different points in the mansion and also in the rest of the plantation. As they progressed in their treasure hunt, things become harder, with numerous ghosts appearing, including that of Colonel Beauregard, the Headless Horseman, and a sinister skeletal skull ghost. To make matters worse, they also have to deal with Billy Bob and his sister Sadie Mae, both of whom continue to pursue Shaggy and who keep showing up along with the escaped gorilla. On top of that, the trio encounter a very angry bear, and the Boo Birds reveal themselves incapable of getting rid of any ghost, only causing more mayhem whenever they try to help. During the search, however, the lost truck is found having sunk into a secret underground tunnel. Now I'll go to the final act and the ending. You know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below. As I count down now, if you've seen this already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. After much treasure hunting, the gang finally find the last clue, revealing that the treasure is hidden in the mansion's fireplace, much to the happiness of the Skull Ghost, who holds the gang at gunpoint and tries to claim it for himself before the treasure pours out of the fireplace, trapping the ghost beneath a pile of gold and jewels. Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy then unmask the Skull Ghost, who appears to be Sheriff Busby. Just then, however, the real Sheriff Rufus Busby arrives, revealing that the Skull Ghost is actually his greedy brother, TJ, who had been impersonating him, as well as the remaining ghosts that were haunting the place. With the treasure found, Shaggy is taken by the Blue Brothers' story that they need a home to haunt. So he turns the mansion over to them, and the treasure is put into the Beauregard Trust Fund for orphans. Saying their goodbyes, Shaggy and the dogs drive back home. Along the way, they encounter once more the ghost of Colonel Beauregard. Shaggy thinks this is another prank by Scooby until he realizes it's real. He subsequently speeds away as fast as possible. End of story. So, what did I think of Scooby Doo Meets the Boo Bears? Well, I haven't watched this as much as I really would, but after revisiting this recently, I'm going to say I like it a lot more than I did a long time ago. Because we didn't have an affiliate that carried the Hanna-Barbera Superstars in, just like their animated block, The Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera, which was still big at the time. Anyway, so but soon I caught this on the Disney Channel and then later Cartoon Network when I got satellite. And I'm gonna say it was fun. After rewatching it, I'm gonna say it was even more fun. So anyway, I actually think this film does have a pretty good story that involves treasure hunting. As of course Hanna Barbera had already been doing that with their hit Yogi's Treasure Hunt. And I'm going to say this is really good. Also, I will say, unlike most of the rest of the earlier Scooby Doo series that involves Scrappy Doo, he doesn't do any puppy power bits this time. Sure, I mean, I know a lot of people out there don't like the little guy, but hey, I understand. But anyway, he proves to be a big help this time, even to Shaggy. Anyway, after this was released on video cassette in the late 80s by Hanna-Barbera Home Video as well as Kids Classics, and then later in 2000 by Warner Home Video. They released the film on DVD for the first time in 2003, and earlier this year, it was released as part of the Hanna-Barbera Superstar 10 Complete set on Blu-ray. So that or the DVD could be pretty good for you to get for a reasonable price. After this, there would be two more Scooby Doo films here in the Hanna-Barbera Superstar 10. After this, because the following in October of the following year, he would be back again in Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School. And then a few weeks, and then a little bit of a month later, Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf followed, which I'll be doing those in the next couple of days, in the next few days. So anyway, I really think the story's pretty good. And some of other characters we see besides the ones we all know and love, or even know and love, but hey, you be the judge. I think we're pretty funny. Now, of course, we have Don Masick once again voicing Scooby and Scrappy, and Casey Kasem as Shaggy. They are all still good, as we all know. Voicing Sheriff Rufus Busby and TJ happens to be none other than Boss Jefferson Davis Hogg of the Dukes of Hazzard himself, Sorrel Book. Yes, I thought that voice sounded familiar, and it was him, all right. I gotta say, he's really good in his performance. Of course, he recently did voice Boss Hogg in Hanna-Barbera's The Dukes animated series in early 1983. We have William Calloway voicing Billy Bob and the various ghosts. Well, some of the ghosts, and even doing the apes' vocal effects. Victoria Carroll voices Sadie Mae. Now for and funny guy R.E. Johnson, who I'm sure you know that is. If you don't, he was well known for his work on Roy and Martin's Laugh-In, and he's recently done voice acting work for the Pay, Freeling, and other animated studios. He voices Farquaad and the Skull Ghost. While the Boo Brothers, we have Jerry Hauser voicing Miko, Ronnie Shell, who of course appeared on Gomer Pyle, as well as the rarely remembered 60s sitcom Good Morning World. He was also on Down to Earth a few times, and of course, he recently voiced Rick the Raccoon in the Shark Tales for Hanna-Barbera, and he's done lots of other shows and movies as well. He voices Frico and the Demonstrator Ghost. While Rob Paulsen, who next same year would start voicing Raphael in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then would go on to work on other numerous cartoons, voiced Shriko. There'd be others, including Hamilton Camp and the late great June Foray. So you gotta admit, this has a good voice acting cast as well. Sven Liebeck, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, does the score for the film, and that was really good too. Actually, some of the music would later be used in the other two Scooby-Doo films. I know some because I've watched Reluctant Werewolf more, but I'll explain more about that when I do a re-review of the film. So overall, I think Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers is definitely a very funny film, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And I liked how the Boo Brothers do act kind of like the Three Stooges in a way, yes. So with that said, would I recommend Scooby Doo meets the Boo Brothers? I'd say yes, go for it. I think you'll really like it. It's a very fun film, and it is worth a look into, especially if you are a hardcore Scooby Doo fan. So what did you think of Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Give them to know me. Maybe let them be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my vids with your friends if you'd like. And help me get some more subscribers. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of the Scooby-Doo film from the Hanna-Barbera Superstars 10, Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. And if you like this, check out these other Scooby vids I've done. In the upper left-hand corner is my Saturday morning revisited of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, which I did earlier this month. In the upper right-hand corner is my Saturday morning TV log on the new Scooby-Doo movies. Or if you'd like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my Saturday morning TV log on the original series of Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.